Here are two plays that sum up how utterly my team has been, no matter what happens, all season long. God did not simply forget about or forsake the Broncos. No. He gifted them to Satan to keep him busy. Patrick Mahomes catches his own pass, a pass batted by the Broncos defensive line, and turns it into a positive play. Here's what happens when my quarterback has his pass batted. Nothing, like it's supposed to happen, nothing. Is this the price I must pay for loving when Marcus Mariota did this to the Chiefs with his own pass? I'm sorry, football gods. I take it back. I take it all back. The Broncos fired their head coach a week ago. Interim head coach James Cromwell comes in, fires the O-line coach and the special teams coach. The Broncos placed one of the few bright spots from the offense this season, rookie Greg Dulcich on IR this week. I had no reason to believe in this game, no reason to think it would be good, to have hope, and here we are again. I sit in front of you stripped down to nothing. One more time I had my life force taken and obliterated by the Chiefs and the refs and this godforsaken fucking game called football. This game was actually pretty good, but I should have known better. And here we are, episode 9 of the new worst game I've ever seen. Hey, massive thank you to everyone who helped me hit 350,000 subscribers before the new year. You're crazy. You're all crazy. You think I'm crazy? No. You guys are crazy for watching. Plus, right now at BenchwarmerBrew.com, I've got a couple of these guys, these shirts where I don't even know what's on these shirts, but BenchwarmerBrew.com, I sell my coffee there. These shirts are available there. I don't know why anybody watching would be interested, but they're there. Now, someone asked me, as a Broncos fan, do I see the glass as half full or half empty? Well, I see the glass as being filled halfway up with water. Water that has lead in it. Not just lead, but cholera and giardia. And I'm so thirsty that I drink it up anyway. But as soon as the glass gets close to my lips, it shatters in my face and hands, and as it goes down my throat, the little jagged pieces of glass rip apart my esophagus, silently drowning me in my own pool of blood. So yeah, I'd say I'm the glass is half full kind of guy. Cause at least if that happened, I wouldn't have to watch football anymore. After the game, this was literally my 2-year-old daughter trying to check to make sure I still had a heartbeat. Spoiler, I flatlined. After 8 previous worst games ever, why on earth did I have hope again? Good question. Well, at halftime, the Broncos were trailing by just 3 points. After Patrick Mahomes caught his own shitty, dumb little pass, Kansas City moved the ball with ease and scored an opening drive touchdown. Tommy Townsend botched the snap, though, and paid the price for trying to run with the ball. That price? Being a punter in the NFL when the opposing team gets a free shot on you. Now again, by contrast, Russell Wilson had his 16th and 17th passes batted down this season. So in a weird way, he's still really good at baseball, batting 1,000. He only had 5 passes batted last season, so just 3 times more here in Denver. You're welcome, Russ. Now, the reason Denver was only down by 3 at halftime was due to another Justin Simmons interception of Patrick Mahomes. Arrest him for breaking and entering, Kansas City police, because all he does is break int Mahomes. That plus a Kadarius Toney fumble set up Russell Wilson to rush in for this sick touchdown. And when I say sick, I don't mean the kind of sick that I felt all season drinking that Giardia-ridden Broncos Kool-Aid personally poured for me by Andy Reid. No, I mean the way white suburban teenage boys used to say it in the late 90s and early 2000s. That kind of sick. But the glass did become half empty right before halftime, foreshadowing the absolute no chance the Broncos had to win this game. The Broncos do have a short memory, which is usually good in sports. Except when your short memory makes you forget that Jerick McKinnon torched you just a few weeks ago. As bad as that was, Denver put together a drive, and with the chance to get at least a field goal, Russell Wilson is strip-sacked by Trent McDuffie, who was untouched, unblocked. Luckily, Harrison Butker shanked the Chiefs' field goal attempt, and I had optimism building at halftime, or heartburn. Again, I can't tell the difference anymore. The opening offensive series at a halftime is really the best way to illustrate this season. A huge 24-yard gain by tight end Eric Saubert, followed by a holding penalty on Eric Saubert, followed by a dropped pass, and ultimately ending with a 2-yard gain on 3rd and 16. More than anything, this game showed that the Broncos' biggest problem is not Russell Wilson. It is not the head coach. It's not how terrible and injured the offensive line is. It's the fact that Rob Walton, with all the money he has yet to pay off the officials. Speaking of officials, Russell Wilson officially hit passing touchdown number 13 on the season when Albert, got wide open here. Why would anybody care about that number? Why would anybody specifically care about that number? Denver's defense did force three and outs to start the second half, but it's tough to capitalize on those opportunities when the NFL officials shoot you in the face, point blank with a sawed-off shotgun like they're sport hunting at a local zoo, which, when this kid learns the officials did that for fun at this year's Zoo Eve party, he's gonna lose all his faith in humanity. And more tragically, football. He's gonna lose his faith in football. Oh wait, I'm the future for that kid. Oh God, I'm sorry, kid. It was late in the third, and that's when Cortland Sutton was robbed of this beautiful contested catch in double coverage while he was flagged for pass interference. This penalty was so atrocious, I was literally waiting for the refs to say, oops, sorry, we actually meant the Chiefs did the pass interference, not Denver. Denver's chance to win died right there. Shout out to Jerry Jeudy for winning the Nelson Muntz Award, making sure Chiefs defender Joshua Williams knew he got flagged. Instead of putting a drive together though, maybe getting a field goal here, Denver allowed the Chiefs to take the next 5 minutes to score not 1, but 2 touchdowns. They were aided by a really horrible Russell Wilson interception that immediately put them in the kill zone. Red zone, whatever. It's the kill zone when talking about the Broncos, and Denver is never holding the weapon in the kill zone. We're not even cool enough to be holding the drugs. The Chiefs' best weapon is Jerick McKinnon, who sneaks through airport security at Denver International Airport every time. Then he flies first class to the end zone. And Broncos fans, well, we were all dumb enough to fly Southwest. The Broncos' offensive line could be charged with involuntary manslaughter after forgetting to block 324-pound Colin Saunders, who obliterated Russ. Only the Denver Broncos' offensive line can somehow not see a 324-pound man to block. Even the officials after the game were like, damn, you guys are blind. Then, the ugliest play, maybe in NFL history, occurred. Russell Wilson, in one single play, took another nasty hit, threw a pick, but got the Broncos a first down due to an illegal hands-to-the-face penalty. Now, Chiefs fans will call that a makeup call for the Sutton PI. Personally, I think you got bailed out again, Chiefs, because this is somehow not roughing the passer. But more on that in a second. Regardless, that opened the door for another Russell Wilson rushing touchdown, or should I say, russing touchdown. You don't want me to say that? Fuck off. So not too bad, right? Competitive game for the Broncos. Why was this so bad, Brandon? Why are you so butthurt? Losing a game in an already lost season. My butt is in agony because of how this game ended. The Broncos are so bad. How bad are they? They're so bad, they get another key stop from the defense. They have 4 minutes left on the clock, all of their timeouts, and only trail by 3 points. all so they could go out like this on 4th and 2. We are the edging team that never gets released. So close the whole time, only to get kicked in the nuts. Just take a second here to look at the protection that was provided to Russell Wilson with the game on the line. Russ takes the sack, right? But you can see one Denver Broncos blocker just looking for someone to block with 3 Chiefs behind him, one voyeur watching Russ go down, a tackle getting beat, and Latavius Murray being left to get the blitzer who Billy Turner didn't even try to fucking chip. Game on the line, and the line gave us no chance. The Broncos are so bad that the New York Giants boat photo curse has ended. Mahomes' win streak against the Broncos outlasted the boat curse. The Broncos are so bad, Blake Bell scored a touchdown in this game. Not even Noah Gray, Blake Bell. This game was so bad, nobody noticed how unimpressive this Mahomes stat line is. The Midnight Cowboy get-up helps, but Mahomes is 10-0 at home against Denver. If you ask the other 31 NFL teams if they would take an average of 263 passing yards and 8 picks on just 16 touchdown passes against Mahomes, they'd scream yes, and the Broncos hadn't won one of those games. I've been hurt by Jerick McKinnon so much this season that I can't even root for Nathan McKinnon anymore. And as an Avs fan, that hurts. Jerick McKinnon has 8 touchdowns in his last 5 games. 4 of those touchdowns came against the Broncos. And you know, I can't even be mad at McKinnon for sneaking a let's ride in here.
That momentum, let's keep it rolling next week in Vegas. It's on and on, baby, let's go. Chiefs King, let's ride.
That's the least snarky, or least in-your-face let's ride I've seen all season. So actually, thank you, Jerick, for being somewhat classy about it. The Broncos are so bad, they've played 2 of their best games against the Chiefs this season and still lost both of them. Imagine doing your best and still failing. Actually, that's probably most people. Football finally imitates life. The Broncos are so bad that Russell Wilson might have to literally be inside of an ambulance before the officials will even consider throwing a roughing the passer flag in his favor. If Chris Jones did this to Tom Brady, not only would the NFL have flagged him and banned him from the league, they would have erased every one of his highlights from the internet forever. So the only thing he'd be remembered for would be when his penis flopped out at the combine. And even then, the NFL would have that digitally altered so that his penis was just a 3D rendering of Patrick Mahomes' face here. Only Mahomes could pop out of Chris Jones's pants. The Broncos are so bad they kept showing all of these delicious foods that Russell Wilson did cook, and they never gave him fucking credit. The Broncos are so bad, all we have going for us are Rick LeBang's parody songs about the coaching search that's to ensue.
I want a coach with a short fuse but can still hack it.
The Broncos are so bad, they have now, lost 50 straight games against the Chiefs. It was actually a solid effort by the Broncos on just a very shitty week, so, you know, whatever. Thanks for watching the new worst game I've ever seen here on That's Good Sports. Thank you for watching these all season long. It's been a bright spot in this hellish landscape of football observation.